Gradius II. Gofēr no Yabō, known as Vulcan Venture in arcades outside Japan, is a horizontally scrolling shooter originally released for the arcades in Japan in 1988. It is the sequel to original Gradius and was succeeded by Gradius III. From legend to myth, ports of Gradius II were released for the family computer, PC Engine Super CD-ROM Squared, and the Sharp X68000 in Japan. The original arcade version is also included in the Gradius Deluxe Pack compilation for the PlayStation and Sega Saturn and in Gradius Collection for the PlayStation Portable. Gameplay. The player returns as the role of the pilot of the Vic Viper spaceship to battle the second onslaughts of the Bacterian Empire, under the new leadership of Gofer, the giant head. Gradius II has kept the gameplay from the original game, but infused it with enhancements brought from the spin-off, Salamander. This is primarily evident in two of the weapons configurations that is selectable. Another first in the series was the inclusion of the Boss Rush, a level designed entirely with only boss confrontations. Weapons. Gradius II retains the selection bar from Gradius, but now the player can choose between 4 different weapon configurations and progressions. All schemes have speed up and multiples, but have differing missile, double, and laser weapons. The player can have at most 4 multiples. Additionally, there are also 2 types of shielding to choose from: shield and force field. The shield option adds more durability, but only for the front of the Vic Viper, while the force field adds protection for the entire spacecraft, albeit only against 3 hits. The following applies to Nintendo Family Computer version. Choosing another multiple after 4 will make the 4 multiples to move around the spacecraft for 16 seconds. Force field is the only shielding available for protection of the entire spacecraft, withstanding 5 hits, and it is included in 4 different weapon configurations and progressions. Double and laser has to be activated twice to achieve full performance. Conditions during gameplay. The following applies to arcade version. Player is given 1 life at 30,000 and for every multiples of 70,000. The game will unprovide 1 life if player has reached 99 lives or player's score has reached 9,999,999. The following applies to Nintendo Family Computer version. Player is given 1 life for every multiples of 30,000. The game will unprovide 1 life if player has reached 99 lives or player's score has reached 9,999,990. Ports and related releases. The game was first ported to the family computer in 1988 and was never released outside Japan, despite English only. The game also features a mapper chip which enhanced some of the game's graphics and sounds, such as animation and even voices. A PC Engine Super CD-ROM Squared port was later released only in Japan in 1992. The graphics remained nearly unaltered. The background music is mostly the arcade version's soundtrack in Red Book audio format, and 1 additional stage was added that is similar to the temple stage in the NES version of Life Force and the first stage of Gradius III. From legend to myth. Gradius II was later re-released in the Japanese exclusive Gradius Deluxe Pack for the PlayStation, Sega Saturn and Microsoft Windows in 1996, and for the first time a worldwide release on the Gradius Collection for the PlayStation Portable in 2006. No version of Gradius II saw a release in North America until its inclusion in the Gradius Collection in 2006. The Famicom and PC Engine Super CD-ROM Squared ports were re-released for the Wii Virtual Console in 2007, the latter internationally. Reception. IGN gave the Virtual Console release of the PC Engine CD version an 8 out of 10. praising the ability to choose which power-ups the player character has access to before entering a stage and the inclusion of useful cheat codes to offset the otherwise potentially overwhelming difficulty.